Welcome to this week's episode of the Untold podcast. Unfortunately, it's just me today, guys. No Ash. Took some very sad news last week that Ash's father unfortunately passed away. We thought it was very important to come in and just put a quick episode together. So that is why I'm here. Obviously, I really wanted to do it for Ash as well because he does put a lot of hard work and effort into this podcast. So very important to keep going. I'm going to probably breathe quite deeply in this podcast, to be fair, because it's going to be quite an emotional one. Ash has given me a little bit of a speech, to be fair, so I'm going to read it out to the best of my ability. I do apologise if I make a few mistakes here and there, because obviously you can imagine this is quite a raw episode. Ash is a very good friend of mine now, so to hear how upset he was very upsetting for myself as well. So I'm going to read it out as best as I can, Ash, if you're listening, mate. So here we go. From the man himself. Unfortunately, I lost my dad last week, suddenly to a heart attack. Kev wasn't just my dad, he was my guiding light, my rock and my absolute hero. He taught me everything I know about business, life and love. He taught me how to be a dad, and in my own opinion, the legend that I am today. My dad was Untold's biggest fan. He loved what we were doing, and he believed in it because he knew how much it meant to me. That we're trying to do something good and something real. I can hear him now saying exactly what he always used to say. The show must go on. So the show will go on. I'm out in Spain right now, dealing with all the stuff that comes with joining what can only be described as the worst club in the world, the Dead Dad Club. Nothing prepares you for it. It's brutal, it's life-changing, but unfortunately, inevitable. Wow. Cheers, Ash. But if there's one message that my dad would want everyone listening to take away, this is it. Live and love like today could be your last. Because, as he always said, Ash, tomorrow is never guaranteed. So live and love today. Sleep tight, big man. Wow. That was hard work. Now I've got to lead on from that, to be fair, so... I didn't know really what else to say, to be quite honest, on that subject. So, other than the fact that I was very unfortunate that I didn't get to meet Ash's dad, because he sounds like an absolute legend. Obviously, Ash is a bit of a legend himself. Hopefully, he's not going to listen to this because I don't like calling him a legend because he'd get a bit big-headed. But the whole family are amazing. So he must have been one hell of a guy. So today is actually his funeral that I'm recording this. So thinking of you, big man, and to the family as well. Right, so I basically I came across a page on TikTok the other week, and there was a little bit of a speech thing, whatever they're called, a motivational thing on there, and I saved it. And I actually saved it on Thursday last week without even realising that I was going to be doing this today. So I'm going to read it out. To exist is the greatest lottery ever won. For you to be here, your mother and father had to meet. For them to exist, their parents had to survive. And before them, a long, unbroken line of ancestors who escaped death in every era. A man who survived the chaos of war. A woman who endured famine. A warrior who outrun the blades of an empire. A villager who lived through the plague. Countless faces who faced storms, suffering, disaster, and kept going. Each of them lived so that you could breathe. And here's the truth. For you to exist, everything had to happen in perfect sequence. One misstep of the chain, one life ended early, one choice made differently, and you wouldn't be here. So when you walk through the world, know this, you are not alone. You carry the blood of thousands within you. Every heartbeat echoes their sacrifices. You are not just you. You are the summit of 1,000 lifetimes. The odds of your existence are nearly impossible. I thought that was fucking amazing, to be fair, and very, very adapt for today. I take out of that really. If you're going through life at the moment and you're searching validation from people around you, you're constantly changing yourself to benefit others. You're living your life for everybody else all of the time, and you're just constantly worrying about things. You might be striving to get the bigger house that you want, the fancy car. You might want that job title. Nothing really matters. When we're dead, it is not going to follow us. So if you're struggling in life at the moment, know through that little bit of speech that I've said there, it's taken a lot for you to get here. However insignificant that you feel right now, you are not insignificant. Your life is just as important as anybody else's. Honestly, guys, like the last few days, I've listened to Ash and I'm dreading the day that I lose my dad. So if you've listened to this episode of the podcast this week, if you've got kids, you've got parents, you've got anyone in your family that you love and you don't speak to right now, go and speak to them. Cuddle your kids tighter tonight. Your other halves, cuddle them, kiss them, tell them you love them. Just make sure you go through life enjoying yourself. And on that note, I'm going to call it a wrap. You've been listening to this week's episode of the Untold podcast.